Hey booktubers, welcome back to Michael Romeo Talks Books. Today I'm doing my February wrap-up. It's probably going to be a very brief video because February I only got 4 books read, and it was not a satisfying reading experience overall. Probably not a great way to start off the content, but that is what it is. I decided at the beginning of the month to concentrate on books that would give me some insight into Black history for Black History Month and help me to raise my own awareness, I guess, and doing it through the fiction of Black writers. I guess I could have chose better. The first book I read was The Color Purple, which I have previously posted a review on. I'm going to try to link it. Was it like here or however it pops up? I haven't quite figured out how to do that yet, but hey, if it pops up, you know I figured it out. If it doesn't, I'll just go to my channel list and find the video. But The Color Purple mostly was good. That was the one good read for the month. Gave it 4 out of 5 stars. My only drawback on it was the ending, which I spoke about in the review video. In that I felt it was too tidy a package wrapped up at the end. But other than that, it was a very good book, very very engaging as far as the characters went, and especially the main characters, Miss Seeley. And I definitely, that's the one book from this month that I would recommend. Following that, I went on to The Nickel Boys, which is a story based on true events that happened in the 1950s with a detention center and the treatment that African American youngsters received at the hands of the white educators, for lack of a better word. I felt the book could have been more. It just could have been more. I felt like the author, Colson, Whitehead, was holding back and keeping a barrier between the reader and the characters. It was very hard to find an intimate connection with the characters, and I wanted a little more emotion, a little more impact, considering the subject matter. I just felt it could have been a very much stronger book, and I only gave it 3 out of 5 stars. Following that was an audiobook, Kindred by Octavia E. Butler. This was a spur of the moment read because I was going to read Beloved by Toni Morrison, but then I started reading it and found that it was going to be another very heavy topic book, following on the heels of The Color Purple and The Nickel Boys, and felt 3 very heavy topic books. Sometimes you got to talk slow to get it out. Was going to be a little much, and so I opted for something that I expected to be a little lighter, and it was. So Kindred by Octavia E. Butler, about an African American woman in 1976 who lives in Los Angeles and finds herself teleported through time to 1819, and finds herself on an antebellum plantation along with the slaves and the slaveholders, and throughout the book she bounces back and forth, and the back and forth kind of got a little repetitive. It was like, get to the point already, and you do find out why she's having to do this. But you never find out unless I napped through it, and it's possible because toward the end there was one section where I did nap a little bit. I think I missed about 5 minutes, but you never really find out how it was happening. You knew the why, but not the how, and that left me a little frustrated at the end. It was a lightly entertaining story. there were some continuity issues in it that dragged it down a little bit. I did want to see how she was going to achieve what it was she was setting out to achieve in her time travels, and that did happen. But again, I just felt it was a lighter book than what I had been led to believe it would be. Finally, because I had some more month left, I grabbed up another book called To Sir with Love. And I'm sure many of you out there will remember the classic 1967 movie that was made from this book, which I've seen a number of times. It's a wonderful movie, and I've always enjoyed it. I was surprised at some of the changes that they made when they made the movie. I didn't realize that the book was a memoir. Even though I knew that the movie was based on the book by E.R. Braithwaite, the character's name in the movie is Thackeray, which of course removed any sense of there being a memoir connection. Also, another big change is the movie is set in the 1960s, the Carnaby Street era, with miniskirts and pompadours and the rock music that was prevalent in the mid-1960s. In the book, the same action is taking place in the years just following World War II, the 1940s. And I kept, having seen the movie so many times, I kept envisioning the people in the movie dressed in the 1960s attire, and I had to keep kind of like resetting my mind to see it as it was supposed to be in the 1940s. Also, the movie had very little discussion of racism in it, whereas the book, it's a major theme. The racism that was prevalent in London following World War II. The main character, whose memoir this is, E.R. Braithwaite, encounters quite a bit of it, especially when he begins to have a romance with another teacher who's white, and that of course puts a strain on the relationship because of what they encounter when they're out together. But there's a whole much larger theme of racial injustice in the book, which was a big surprise, and those were the better parts of the book. Otherwise, the book was fair. The movie took the best of the book and made a good movie, because the movie is very dialogue driven, and the best parts of the book are dialogue driven. When he gets wandering off on some tangents, I won't say he gets preachy, but he is lecturing at one point, and I felt that it detracted from what was going on with the characters. And I gave that one 3 stars as well. So a 4-star book and 3 3-star books for my February reading. I had much more higher expectations going into the month, and I'm hoping that March is going to be a much better month. March, I'll be lucky to get 1 book read, because if you've seen a video a couple down the list, I'm participating in the March of the Mammoths reading event on BookTube, in which you read a book that is more than 800 pages long. And why stop there? I went ahead and chose one that's 1,400 pages. So I'll be reading Les Miserables by Victor Hugo starting very shortly, and I fully suspect that a book that long will take me the better part of the month to read. So I'm going to have some catching up to do come April. So that's it for my February wrap-up. If you're visiting again, you've been here before, thanks for coming back. If you're new, you've not been to my channel before, welcome, and I hope you found it enjoyable. And click the like button, click the subscribe button, become part of my family, and leave comments. Have you read any of these 4 books? What were your thoughts on them? What did you read in February that you think may have been better for my list to give me a better reading experience in the month? And what are you doing in March? All of that. Great to see you all again, and look forward to the next time. Bye.